All the warnings, all the advice from health experts, they only work if people understand them. Our Anusha Roy has a look at spreading the word in languages other than English.
Navong Sandoval can't shake the unease of what's happening around the country.
And there have been major incidences in major U.S. cities that are directly tied into COVID-19. There are people who have been denied lodging in certain states. There have been people who have been harassed.
Because she says that unease is being felt locally too. And as a community activist, had an ask today.
To set the example and be the example for the state of Colorado as well as the nation that this behavior will not be tolerated.
That ask was matched by the governor, who visited businesses Monday, saying it's important to support the Asian American community. Long Sandoval said that includes making sure everyone understands the conversation around COVID-19.
I would like to see the language that are mostly spoken in Colorado, whether it be Vietnamese, or other languages.
The state health department website can be translated into nearly 60 languages online, including Vietnamese.
Switch to Armenian.
The city of Denver's website can be translated into more than 100, but they realized there was more they can do.
Right now we have Spanish. We're working on Vietnamese, Arabic, and Somali.
Along with English, that covers the most common languages in Denver. Videos in American Sign Language went up in the last few hours. More in other languages were in the works this afternoon. And as we were doing the interview, the city was printing posters for city and county buildings and could share them with restaurants and businesses in the future.
We had the materials ready in multiple languages, meaning Spanish, English, and ASL. We're just opting up a little bit more, expanding our reach. We can always grow and get better, and that's what we're doing right now.
So we're actually seeing that same expansion at other health departments like Tri-County. Boulder County is working with community partners to reach as many people as possible. And both the governor's office as well as the city of Denver said that when they do hold a press conference, there will be someone who will be doing sign language. And the city of Denver said they will also have somebody who speaks Spanish as well available for additional interviews afterwards.
So when we think about barriers to communication, language is one barrier and culture is another barrier.
Yeah, so actually the Custer County Public Health Department said that their minority community is the Amish community. So they have reached out to Amish leaders and have actually been going door to door to visit with people, others who may not be coming into town, to make sure they know what's going on and are prepared and know about the hygiene as well.
It's great that the experts are thinking about these things, not the first thing that a lot of folks might think of. All right, thank you, Anusha.